Hello. So in this video I'm going to be doing my review on Payback the Musical. So Payback the Musical, just to talk about it really quickly, is a new musical written by a guy called Paul Rayfield. He did the book, music, the lyrics, and it showed at a place called Riverside Studios, which is sort of in London, or is in London, between the 12th and 30th of June 2013. So it was only on for about three weeks, and I got the opportunity to saw it. Now, I don't usually see new musicals, and I'm going to start seeing new musicals because this was really good. If you obviously want a lot of details about it, then check out my review at MrMusicalfanboy.com. No more blogspot, just .com, where you can check out my review on there, my written review, where I went into a lot of detail. I'm going to try and make this really quick. I'm not going to try and go over 10 minutes in this video, so wish me luck. Generally speaking, it was really good. I loved it. I went to watch it. To explain roughly what it was a bit like Jeremy Kyle, Jerry Springer sort of show. If anyone saw Jerry Springer the opera, I think it might sort of be like that. I never actually saw it, but I think it's sort of the same sort of genre. It's basically about this chat show called Payback, where people go on to make paternity claims. So when people are looking for their kids, or if they're trying to claim that someone's the father or things like that, they go on and they get paid for being on there, and that's the concept of the show. And then there's a little storyline that goes on to it. I'm not going to go into the storyline too much, but there's a nice storyline that follows up. The set was really nice. It was very clever because the actual place it was in, it was very small, where it was like a tiny little studio we were in to watch it. Probably maybe 150 seats at the most. And what they did was they made it like a TV studio set. I don't know how to explain it any better than that, rather than it just looked like a TV studio set for most of it. And then they had a couple of scenes that were in other areas. They had a scene that was in, they had 2 or 3 scenes that were in, I think it was Spain. So they did a really clever thing where they sort of opened up the set into this sort of Spanish cafe. So it's very nice, very creative. Something that I really liked that they used, which worked really well, and particularly went with the fact that it was a sort of chat show sort of thing, was they used something called, I think it's called AV design, and they basically had like it was just like a projector on the wall, and they did that thing where when you watch TV, they'll speak to people on Skype live and stuff like that on live TV, and they did that. They had like videos, pre-recorded videos, which they showed. It was like people's reactions at home. They had like one woman, I think she was sitting with a baby, and they had 2 sisters together. It was very good. As for the songs, I thought they were brilliant. Not the most catchiest of songs, but actually, I mean, they didn't really need to be. But the funniest song was called It Wasn't Me, and it was just this guy who was called Billy Life, and he was like a failed rock star, and he was like way past his prime. And he was trying to sing a song to say it wasn't me that, I think he was saying he wasn't the father or something. And he comes on and he interacted with the audience, he came and hugged members of the audience. And a really lovely song was called Child of the Favelas, which was sung by a character called Isabel, who was Spanish. And it was a really beautiful song that ended the first act. If I'm honest, I've not got huge amounts to say. Like I said, it's a new musical. I really enjoyed it. The actors that were in it were all really good. The guy that played like the Jeremy Kyle, his name was Matt Matthews, was the name of the thing, and he was played by a guy called Matthew White, and he was just perfect. Like, you sort of sat there, and a lot of the time I find people like Jeremy Kyle and Jerry Springer very almost cringy to watch, and that's what you were like when you were watching him, and it was great because he got it. He had this expression in his face. He was like, he was biting his nails in a certain way that showed his stress. It was very good. If you want to find out more about this musical, you've got a website which is www.paybackthemusical.com. You can find them on Twitter at Payback Musical, or on Facebook, facebook.com/paybackthemusical. And I'm done. That was a really quick review. And remember, please, if you can, comment, rate, subscribe to my channel so that you can see all my stuff that I release. I'm going to try maybe over the next few weeks and do some different stuff rather than just reviews. So, something to look forward to, or to be scared about, either way. Okay, well, bye.